Hi there, apologies if I am mispronouncing the trap name, but this is the Velimirovic Trap in the Sicilian Kan from the game Velimirovic against Pavlovic in 1998. And Velimirovic was, of course, a Serbian grandmaster. After e4 and c5, knight f3 and e6, black is going to steer the game into a Kan variation of the Sicilian. So after d4 and c takes on d4, knight takes on d4. Quite a common move here for black is queen b6 here, which inhibits white's queen's bishop from getting into the game because of the loose pawn on b2. So white will usually drop the knight back to b3, to which the queen relocates back to c7. So an interesting sequence of moves usually seen at top level where both sides have lost the tempo, so it's still more or less equal. After knight c3, black will take control here of the important b5 square by playing a6 and perhaps preparing for b5. Well, after white develops bishop d3, the usual move here for black is knight f6, but black can certainly play b5 here immediately. White develops bishop e3, and black bishop b7 is met by f4. Now knight f6 and castles, and black has the little center with d6. And this is perhaps the critical position for this trap, where white proceeds in the most aggressive and energetic way possible by surrendering a pawn if need be with a gambit e5, hitting the knight. So after d takes on e5 and f takes on e5, white could really take the pawn if he wishes with queen takes on e5, but white will get a lot of play after bishop f4, sending the queen to the edge of the board, queen h5, and this would be adjudged at more or less equal. So going back, also possible for black is knight d5, and white would probably reply with bishop d4, not allowing any swap of the bishops on e3, and also defending the knight on c3, also around equality. If instead black prefers to drop the knight back to d7, then it's white who's winning with this sacrifice rook takes on f7, because now after king takes f7, it's game over after queen h5 check. In the game itself, Velimirovic against Pavlovic, black played g6 and went on to lose after g6 with bishop takes on g6. That's losing because h takes g6 drops the rook on h8 with a one game for white. So if instead of g6, black drops the king back to g8, then rook f1 is threatening mate, queen f7 checkmate. And if black defends with knight takes on e5, then we have a nice pretty conclusion to the game with another sacrifice. Rook takes on f8, the exchange sacrifice. After king takes f8, we've got bishop c5 check, which is going to force queen takes on c5, because if instead king g8, then queen e8 is mate. So that's going to force black to surrender the queen with queen takes c5 and knight takes c5 with a clear win for white. Again, going back to this position, after white's threatening to invade, checkmate on f7, if black plays g6, then white's going to win with queen g4, which is going to pick up the pawn on e6 with again a one position here for white. So this has been the Velimirovic Trap in the Sicilian Kan variation. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.